Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. It's a nice one out there, but cold. So, boys and girls, we have been talking about the gingerbread man this week, and yesterday we talked about the gingerbread girl. And if you remember, we read this book called The Gingerbread Girl, and you had a homework assignment to do. It was a tricky one, and I did my homework too. So I thought I would show it to you, and you can help me decide if I did it right. I think I did. So you needed to do some cutting and some pasting because we were going to try and figure out what order the story happened in. So what happened first, what happened second, what happened third, all the way to what happened last. So I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can see it better. And let's go. The number one spot was right here. Actually, the number one, I'll show you. It's hidden. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. There, it's hidden underneath. So when I put things in order, I actually covered up the numbers. And I believe we did this one together yesterday. It says the gingerbread girl jumped out of the oven. And that is the first thing that happened. After first comes second. The second thing that happened was that she ran away from the old man and the old woman. As you can tell, I'm not quite done coloring. Then she had to run away from some other characters. Do you remember what would be number 3 or third? First, second, third. Third is she ran away from the farmers and the pig. So there you go. She ran away from the farmers and the pig. So that was first, second, third, fourth. So now we have to go to the next row. What happened after she ran away from the farmers and the pig? What happened after? Well, I thought about it, and I thought, I know. She ran away from an artist and the cow. So I'll show you an artist and the cow. Do you remember what an artist does? An artist draws pictures, beautiful pictures. I have a feeling you are all artists. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Fifth or number 5. What happened next? She ran away from those dogs. Remember? There was a dog walker holding all those dogs on a leash, and she ran away from them too. And after that, let's see, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. The sixth thing was she ran away from the children that were at school. And now we're going to come to the 7th or the last thing. And it has to do with that devious fox. Remember, devious meant sneaky? She rode on the fox's back and she tricked him. Remember, he thought that he might gobble her up because she's a cookie. But she took a piece of her licorice hair and tied his snout closed so he couldn't open his mouth and chew. And they did become friends afterwards. She had to teach him good manners, if you remember. So that's this homework assignment. And if you weren't quite done, you could finish it. And like Mrs. Foos, do all the coloring. I have to finish my coloring. And it would make a great decoration for your room or your refrigerator. I like to hang special papers up on my refrigerator sometimes. Now I have a new bit of homework for you to work on, and that's the sheet. It's a two-sided sheet again. There's a gingerbread man with the big letter A and the little letter A, and on the back it's big letter B and little letter B. And I'll show you, we'll just look at the one side. I'll show you how this one works. So you need a crayon or something like that. I think I'll grab a red crayon. So what we're doing is we have to go down here. There's a little box that's empty. And what we want to do is find all the big letter A's on this whole page, count them up, and put the number right here. So for right now, we'll just do that one together. So every time I see a letter A, a big letter A, I'm going to circle it. So of course, here's a big letter A right in the middle. Let's see, I'll circle it darker. There, can you see I circled that one? Okay, and also there's one right here. And is there any other ones inside his body? No, I don't think so. But there's one up here. Okay, I'm looking for big letter A right here. Do you see any other ones? Point it out for me. Oh, is that the one over on this side? I can circle that one. Okay, I'm looking. Oops. The only ones left, I think, are the ones close to the box. So there was one next to the box and, of course, the one on top of the box. So I think I circled all the big letter or the capital A's. So let's count together. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the ones inside after 5 is 6, 7. Okay, let's count them one more time and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to write the number 7. I'll write it and then show you. I'm going to write the number 7 right inside my box. Now you'll do the same thing with the small letter A, but you might want to pick a different color to circle them with so you don't get mixed up. Maybe green or maybe purple or blue. And then on the other side, remember, you'll be working with the big letter B and the little letter B, and you'll be doing the same thing. So let's see if you can find all those A's and all those B's for your homework assignment. All right. Little Mouse, of course, is anxious to come and see you. So he's been so quiet, but I don't think he was sleeping or anything. Little Mouse, come on out. Little Mouse, what are you doing? Little Mouse, you're being very noisy. What do you have? Oh, here he comes. Do you see what Little Mouse is holding? What did you find, Little Mouse? He found a bell. Oh my goodness. I have a feeling that I'm going to be hearing that bell ringing a lot today. Little Mouse is having too much fun ringing it. But you know, I think this would work very well with the little song I was going to teach you about the gingerbread man. So Little Mouse, would you like to help? Okay, you're going to have to use your bell. Okay, so I'm going to set you down over to the side, and you'll know when to ring the bell because I'm going to say the words ring, ring, ring. It's just a little song about making a gingerbread man and how you'll start out with some dough. Dough is mixing together flour and sugar and lots of other ingredients. You mix them up with a spoon and it's kind of a sticky dough, kind of like Play-Doh, except you can eat cookie dough after it's cooked, of course. But we're going to take some dough and we're going to make it flat till we make a little man, because we're talking about the gingerbread man. And then we're going to say it has to bake, and usually 10 minutes would be about the time. So we're going to say 10 minutes is the rule. And then I'm going to say, and when the timer rings, little mouse will do that part. We take it out to cool, and we can kind of do the actions with our own hands. And we'll let little mouse take care of the bell, like I said. And then we're going to say how delicious it is. Maybe you'll lick your lips, or pretend to take a bite. And we'll sing this song 3 times, except I might change it. The second time we might sing about the gingerbread girl, because of course, that's who we read about yesterday. And today, we're going to read about the gingerbread kid. So maybe the last time we'll sing about the gingerbread kid, and then we'll read that story next. So are you ready, little mouse? He's going to be my bell ringer. Okay, little mouse. I'm going to put you down so you can be a good bell ringer from your spot. And here's how the song goes, like this. Take a little dough and put it in a pan. Okay, so now make your hands flat now to be a pan. When it's nice and flat, you'll make a little man. So you'll kind of cut it out. Now it's got to bake, so put it in the oven. 10 minutes is the rule. And when the timer rings, good job, little mouse, we'll take it out to cool. Remember, don't eat it until it's cooled, otherwise you'll burn your tongue. And then we'll say, oh, gingerbread, gingerbread, delicious gingerbread, just as sweet as he can be, a man of gingerbread. All right, now let's find that gingerbread girl. Now we'll sing about the gingerbread girl. So it'll be just kind of the same till the end. Take a little dough, put it in a pan. When it's nice and flat, we'll make a little girl. Now it's got to bake, put it in the oven. 10 minutes is the rule. And when the timer rings, you take it out to cool. Oh, gingerbread, gingerbread, delicious gingerbread, just as sweet as she can be, a girl of gingerbread. Okay, now we'll sing about the gingerbread kid, and I'll show you a picture of him when we get to that part. Ready to make a gingerbread kid? Take a little dough, put it in a pan. When it's nice and flat, you'll make a little kid. Now it's time to bake. 10 minutes is the rule. And when the timer rings, you'll take him out to cool. Oh, gingerbread, gingerbread, delicious gingerbread, just as sweet as he can be, a kid of gingerbread. And that is exactly what we're going to read about next. But, okay, little mouse wanted to come back and say thank you for singing with us. I think he had a very good time ringing the bell. Little mouse, that's enough ringing. Oh, he just has such a good time. But I don't want you to ring the bell during the story. I want the boys and girls to be able to listen, okay? All right, boys and girls. Little mouse, you sit in your listening spot, and Mrs. Foos will read the story of the Gingerbread Kid. In fact, it's called The Gingerbread Kid Goes to School. So there's going to be some school characters in here. Let's see. Of course, there's an author, and that's Joan Holub. It tells me right down here. And we've talked about illustrators before. They draw the pictures. There is an illustrator who drew the picture of the Gingerbread Kid and all his friends. Her name was Debbie Palin. So we had an author and an illustrator. All right, the Gingerbread Kid goes to school. Now we're going to talk about, this man is called the principal. And the principal is kind of like the boss at the school. The person who helps in every way and takes care of everyone at school. So here's the principal. And if you look closely, he has something in his lunchbox, it looks like. One day, the principal baked a gingerbread kid, and he took it in his lunchbox. Oh no! Something was missing. The principal put on 2 candy eyes. See, in the first picture, the gingerbread cookie didn't have eyes at all. But with his eyes, now he is a gingerbread kid, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Suddenly, the gingerbread kid winked. And he did a flip off the desk. He did a cartwheel on the floor. And then, you know, he ran away. "Come back," shouted the principal. The principal ran after the gingerbread kid. There he goes down the hall. The gingerbread kid laughed and shouted, "I'm the gingerbread kid. I'm fast as can be. You can run, 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 but you can't catch me." The gingerbread kid ran to the playground, and there he is. He kicked a ball over the fence. Oh my goodness. See what kind of a ball it is? "Come back," shouted the 2 gym coaches. Then they ran after him. The gingerbread kid laughed and shouted, "I'm the gingerbread kid. I'm fast as can be. You can run, 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 but you can't catch me." The gingerbread man ran into the lunchroom. He hopped in the beans and the rice. Oh, look at him. He's so silly. "Come back," shouted the 3 lunch ladies. They dropped their spoons and they ran after him. The gingerbread kid laughed and shouted, "I'm the gingerbread kid. I'm as fast as can be. You can run, 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 but you can't catch me." The gingerbread kid ran by 4 teachers in the hall. Oh, things are starting to look kind of messy, aren't they? He spilled their jars of paint. Oh, that gingerbread man. I think he's going to be in trouble. "Come back," they shouted, and then they ran after him. The gingerbread kid laughed and shouted. You know what he said. You can say it with me. "I'm the gingerbread kid. I'm fast as can be. You can run, 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 but you can't catch me." The gingerbread kid ran into the library. He jumped on a boy's desk. See him jump on? There he is. "Chase me," said the gingerbread kid. But the boy just kept reading. "Chase me," shouted the gingerbread kid. But the boy shook his head. "What kind of kid wants to read?" asked the gingerbread kid. "A smart kid," said the boy. "Not as smart as me," said the gingerbread kid. "I ran away from the principal, 2 gym coaches, 3 lunch ladies, and 4 teachers. I can run away from you too." The boy's just looking at him. He's got a big smile on his face. I think he's thinking about something. Ooh, maybe he has an idea. "No, you can't," said the boy. "Here are 5 reasons why." The boy made a fist, and one by one he held up his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he grabbed the gingerbread kid. "Gotcha," the boy said. Uh-oh. The gingerbread man looks very surprised and maybe a little worried. But then, like magic, the gingerbread kid turned into a cookie again. Oh, now he's a cookie. Suddenly, everyone ran into the library. The 4 teachers bumped into the 3 lunch ladies. The 3 lunch ladies bumped into the 2 gym coaches. The 2 gym coaches bumped into the principal, and the principal bumped into the boy. There's the principal and the boy. The gingerbread kid cookie went right out the window. So did he get away after all, boys and girls? What do you think? And right outside, the smart boy's smart dog was waiting. Chomp, chomp. And that's the end of the story. So in this story, did the gingerbread kid or the gingerbread cookie get eaten? Yes. In the gingerbread girl, did the gingerbread girl get eaten? You know the answer. No. How about the gingerbread man? Yep. So some stories have different endings. All right. I have one more little activity that we're going to start here, and then you can finish at home. There's a big packet that looks like this, and it's got lots of sheets of the gingerbread man, and right in the gingerbread man's tummy is a picture. And I'm going to just show you the first couple. What you're going to do, first I cut all the way around the boxes. I did that already. Now I'm going to use my scissors and cut right where that crack is. Well, first I'll do the straight line, actually, just like this. And I'm going to go right across the middle. Okay. And now I have to do the cracked line. So I'm going to go cut, cut, open and close, open and close. And so now it kind of looks like 2 puzzle pieces. And I'll do just 2 more so you can see. I'll cut these 2. Open and close, open and close. I have to hold the paper tight, and I have to kind of move the scissors around so I stay on the line. Okay, so we'll just look at these for today and more tomorrow. So, take a look at these 2. We're trying to make a puzzle, And you'll know if you picked the right two pieces if there's rhyming words on the tummies. So we're going to go like this. And do they match? They do. But now we have to check the pictures on their tummies. And if they rhyme, then it's a good match. So on this side, there's a picture of a boy getting ready to eat something that's very hot. And on this side, there's a picture of a pot. So do hot and pot rhyme? They do. So that's a good match. Let's take a look at the other two, and then you can do some more at home. Here's a picture of a gingerbread man with a mop. See the mop? And this one, there is a top. So do mop and top rhyme? Do they sound the same? Mop, top. Only the first sound is different. Yep, that makes a good rhyme. So you can cut apart the next sheet or even a couple more because that'll make a good matching game. We'll play the matching game tomorrow and read another really different gingerbread story. So have a good day and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye.